Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Oh, no, apparently it's talking because I can't hear you. Hold. Now I should be able to hear you. There we go.
Jared must be on because I can't fucking see him.
Let's go, you fucker.
Just like I knew you could.
Folding chair, classy. Oh, his headphones on him.
All right, what's up, bitch?
Folding chair, very classy.
This is what I've been using since we started this podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you really not see me again?
I can, dude. I'm telling you, I can only see you if I click off of the thing. Like if it, like I have. I'm looking at my internet browser right now because that's the only way that I can see your video, and I don't want to see your face usually, but it's easier for the show.
It's kind of a necessity.
It's nice every once in a while to not have a guest.
You're just saying that because we don't have one.
No, it is though.
I mean, we're good enough on our own.
We are good enough on our own. Did you see the topics? Do you like those? Do you want to add anything?
It was fun. I was listening to Arcand and Jones on the way home, and they're talking about his baseball died. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude, it's so annoying. It's like they've got better ratings in basketball and hockey. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, I want to talk about Machado though specifically because that's interesting.
Yeah, definitely the Red Sox getting credit thing is a big topic.
The what?
The Red Sox getting credit, best team in baseball. No,
I also threw some pop culture in the weekly dump just because we never have that.
George Clooney. If you really want pop culture, Justin Bieber got engaged.
Bitch, it's in there.
It is?
Yep. You think I'm missing on my J. Beeves news?
Oh, Haley Baldwin and Justin Bieber are engaged after like a month of studying to see each other.
I don't even know who that is.
Borat.
Yeah. 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 Okay.
That's kind of funny.
Holy shit. Oh my god.
That's
Holy
wild.
fuck. Damn. That's actually going to be pretty sick.
That'll actually be pretty funny.
All right. So, Pat, you said we're live streaming tonight, right? Oh, is it up yet? All right, I'm gonna tweet out the link.
You're gonna tweet out what you can't see. My face.
Oh!
This taco salad's really good.
Pat, we cannot go past 9 o'clock, right? Okay.
Outside Sports Change Podcast.
Pat, we cannot go past 9 o'clock, right? All right. Good. Couch Guy Sports Loose Change Podcast, episode number 66. What's up, guys? I mean, this is
Bill.
the first time that, you know, we haven't had a guest on in a few weeks. But I was telling Jared before, sometimes it's nice to not have a guest on the show. And we love having guests, but sometimes it's nice just to kind of chill and just get the boys on the show.
He says that because we don't have a guest.
Yeah, whatever. I might be. It's fine.
It's okay.
We got me, we got Jared, we got producer Patty P, who just got his dinner delivered to his house. So yeah, I mean, let's get this little ball rolling here, shall we? So obviously you're gonna lead it off with the weekly dump. Weekly dump, hottest topics of the week. We got a fuck ton of them. We got a list of them. Number one, least shocking thing I wrote about on CouchGuySports.com today. Adam Pac-Man Jones gets into a fist fight at an Atlanta airport with an airport employee earlier today. Again, least shocking thing I've ever seen in my life. It's Adam Pac-Man Jones. I expect this kind of thing out of him. I kind of also remember this, but I don't at the same time. I guess he no longer plays for the Bengals, and he doesn't play football anymore.
He's retired, right?
Yeah, that sounds familiar for whatever reason.
Is he officially retired, or is he just like beating people up on the side and waiting to come back?
He must be, because like all the reports I was seeing today was like ex-Bengals cornerback, and I was like, oh, okay.
Ex-Bengals is different than like ex-NFL.
Well, yeah, I know, but I don't think he's been picked up by anybody.
Well, I'm saying I don't think he officially did he file his papers. I'm saying is he a retired
guy? I don't know. LaShawn McCoy gets accused by his, I'm guessing, ex-girlfriend at this point. His ex-girlfriend's best friend of beating the crap out of her. Sorry, live streamers. I'm going to try to fix up this camera real quick. Boop, boop, boop. Beating up his girlfriend, son, and dog. And the dog apparently was beaten up until the poor thing had kidney failure. She said in this big, long Instagram post that Shady McCoy would beat his son for like small things like peeing the bed. And then the picture she posted of the girlfriend, was mutilating. It was. If that's true, if it's true, he beat the shit out of her.
Do you think it's true?
I don't know. He
lawyered up today, though. He lawyered up today.
Yeah, he did. And this is going to sound shitty, but something that the Me Too movement taught me was that people will lie about these things if need be. People will lie about these things.
Oh, of course. They always
because we knew we heard about it a couple times when there are just people who would just come out and say like, oh, this person sexually assaulted me, and then they'd figure out and they'd be like, that you've never talked to that person in your life. Like, what are you talking about?
Just because he got a lawyer doesn't mean he's guilty. OJ got a lawyer.
That's true. But
don't go down the OJ rabbit hole right now.
Yeah, we're not.
Producer Patty P.
But I mean, it's just like it's tough to say. And I wrote it in the blog too. Like, I don't want to say that this guy did this, and then I don't want to come out and be like, oh, Shady McCoy is a woman beater, because you just don't know. And that's a shitty thing to put on somebody. Just like
shitty nickname to have right now.
Shady McCoy, yeah. And then and it's like the Hanley Ramirez thing. I wrote that in the Hanley blog too. Like, you can't criticize this guy and call Hanley Ramirez like a drug lord, because we don't know the facts. And as it turns out, he just wasn't a part of that at all. It was just his best friend being a fucking moron.
Yeah, I know Hanley. I don't think I'm gonna get in trouble now. I'll just say Hanley did it.
Yeah. So it's like, it's tough, man. You can't just dive in and just be like, Shady McCoy's a woman beater. Both the Yankees and the Brewers have made offers to make a trade for Manny Machado from the Orioles. The Red Sox have reportedly also placed a call about him as well. We'll talk more about Manny Machado and the Orioles trade bait later. The finals for the World Cup is set for Croatia. Do you pay? You're a soccer guy, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
What the fuck is Croatia doing in the World Cup?
I don't know. They weren't supposed to even come close to this point.
Like, were they good? I don't know anything about soccer, but like, Croatia, I thought for sure England was gonna win it.
This makes the England choke job that much better if you don't support England soccer, because Nick, I don't know if you know this, but it's been pretty publicized. Like, England has a history of just puking on themselves on the big stage when it comes to like national soccer or football. Sorry.
Shout out to soccer. We're in America. This is an American podcast, and shout out to our foreign listeners, by the way. I checked the stats recently. We've got listeners foreign countries. But and no offense to you guys, this is recording in America, so we're calling it soccer, bitches. But we still love you and appreciate you for everything and all the hard work that you do with your families.
And we're still a little bitter because we don't have our team we didn't have our team in the World Cup.
Yeah, you're a little bitter. Jared's a little bitter. I genuinely,
well, okay,
somebody was like, oh, the U.S. didn't make the World. Somebody was like, oh, the U.S. didn't make the World Cup, and I was like, dude, fucking baseball's on in the summertime. I don't give a damn.
You love when you can get extra patriotic every 4 years. Come on now.
Oh well, I mean, yeah, I'm the classic douche when I can get patriotic, I will get patriotic.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like that would have been cool, but when they didn't make it, I was like, okay, well, that sucks. Fuck it, I don't care.
Oh man, but yeah, so England usually chokes on themselves, and the fact that they had a 1-0 lead at the beginning of that game and they choked it away again to a team that shouldn't even be there. France and Croatia is your final in the World Cup, and no one probably would have guessed that. France should win, no problem.
I'm praying that Croatia wins just because Croatia's not supposed to win that. And
they weren't supposed to get out of group play.
Yeah, and some schmuck, I don't even know what that means. Some schmuck was like, you know what? He was drunk in Vegas one night.
Group play means.
No, some schmuck in Vegas probably showed up one night. He was hammered. He was like, I'm going to throw $20 on Croatia. That thing's probably going to turn to like $1,000. Just for the fact that they're even in the finals.
I'm going to look up the odds for Croatia while you keep talking and taking your weekly dump here.
Okay. We're going to mix in some pop culture news. We never talk pop culture, but I was like, it's the weekly dump. What do you do what do you do? I got to fly in my room. What do you do when this fucking bitch ass fly? What do you do when you're on the toilet? You're scrolling through Twitter and you're learning about things that you don't really care about. But shout out George Clooney. George Clooney crashes motor scooter in Italy going about 65 miles an hour. Shout out Italy motor scooters because our mopeds only go about 30 miles an hour and their mopeds apparently go 65 miles an hour. You can haul with those things.
That's their like primary transportation.
Yeah. He is okay. He went about 10 feet up in the air. I watched the video. As a motorcycle rider, pretty scary. This is one of my favorite stories. Kylie Jenner, she took her lip fillers out. She looks like a normal person now. And I kind of like her now.
Yeah, it's a little better. It helps.
I kind of like appreciate her. I'm like, you might be a real person.
She, I think I saw somewhere today that her net worth is more than Chloe now.
Dude,
or something like that.
She's almost at billion.
Isn't that insane?
She's what, 20, 21?
I feel like I work in my life like 6 times, if not more, harder than she does. And she's almost worth $1 billion at 21 or 20 or how old she is.
Imagine having that money at that age. Like, you can never spend $1 billion. You just can't. Like,
I don't get it.
If she wanted to, she could not spend $1 billion in her lifetime.
You
wouldn't have enough room to put the shit that you're buying.
I don't know how she would even like think about spending that much money. Like, it's insane.
Yeah, you can't. Hailey Baldwin, Justin Bieber are engaged after like a month of dating. Justin Bieber was just dating Selena Gomez again. And you know what? Shout out Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez is my number one crush in Hollywood. And this poor girl, man. I wanted her to end up with Biebs. Actually, fuck that. I kind of wanted her to end up with Biebs because it just seems like that thing was meant to be. And then all of a sudden, Justin Bieber flips the switch, marries Hailey Baldwin, which I just learned 2 days ago isn't the son of any of the Baldwin brothers. So that also threw me for a loop. Did I say son? I meant daughter. Ken Giles has been optioned by the Astros after losing his shit last night on AJ Hinch, who's the manager of the Astros, and saying fuck you to him when he took him out of the game. So he was an option today. Ken Giles, recently one of the best closers in baseball. That's like if next year Craig Kimbrell got optioned by Alex Cora because he lost his shit. Karl Anthony Towns looks like he's going to be getting a max contract extension off of his rookie deal. And then some interesting news. Brandon Browner, Super Bowl champion with the Seahawks and the Patriots, has been charged with attempted murder as well as robbery, burglary, and false imprisonment after breaking into his ex-girlfriend's home in California, stealing like a Rolex and like $20,000 worth of shit. So Brandon Browner apparently on the downside, not doing great.
Remember that time when we all wanted him to stay when Revis left and Belichick said, nah, we're good.
Dude, Belichick, man, like no matter how many times that you doubt this guy, he will come through. And he will just make a ridiculous trade that it's going to make you scratch your head. Then you're like, oh, you know what? He was actually fucking right because he's Bill Belichick. All right, that was it for the weekly dump. Transition music. You got something?
Croatia plus 3,500 to win.
Plus 3,500. What does that mean? Like, how much money would you have won?
Not a gambling, man. This is you, man.
Yeah, but plus 3,500, that's a big number.
Yeah. So put down 100, you win what? 35,000.
I don't think that's. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how it works. All right.
You just throw money down when you're drunk and hope you win something.
I do that way too much.
That's the Nick Quag's gambling strategy.
Dude, I remember one night it might have been on my birthday night. It was my birthday night. We were at Toby Keith's. The Bruins were playing the Canucks. I think
you blew a lot of money that night.
Oh man, and the spread was like 1.5 goals in the Bruins' favor, and I was like, dude, the Bruins are gonna win this game by like 3 goals. What do you? What the fuck? There's no way they don't win this game by 3 goals. Right? Shut up! I'm gonna put the money down on this game. There's no way that they don't win this game by 3 goals.
Guys, I'm feeling good. I'm having some whiskey tonight, man. I feel phenomenal. So do the Bruins. Yeah. Go Bees. Woo!
I put the money down, looked up at the TV like 25 minutes later, the Bruins were losing like 3-0. It didn't ruin my birthday because I was wasted. Everybody I was with was wasted. It was actually a great time, but it was a fucking nightmare. Lauren was there too.
Yeah, I was the one that wasn't there.
Yeah, you bitched out because it's snowing. I'm from New Hampshire and I can't handle the snow.
Okay, you live like 2 hours away. I live more north. I handle snow better than you do.
Dude, no, well, apparently not. You couldn't make it down.
No, you live like 2 hours away.
Dude, it was Foxborough. It was outside of Gillette Stadium.
Yeah, so like an hour and change.
Hour and change. I live right near Foxborough Stadium, you ass clown. We're like 30 minutes away. And I stayed in a hotel that night anyway in Patriot Place.
I probably would have ended up on your floor that night. If I can.
Probably would have.
Just saying.
All right. First topic of the night, Manny Machado, Red Sox trade deadline. Kind of mixing them in both here. So the first part of this whole conundrum right now in the MLB is Manny Machado is obviously the biggest piece of trade bait on the market. He's got one. This is his last year on his deal. I don't know if he's the one who said it, but the rumors came out today that he's absolutely eyeing the Yankees in free agency.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I think we did that at the beginning.
So he'll most likely end up with the Yankees next year, which sucks because the Yankees are going to legitimately, like we thought the Yankees were going to be unstoppable this year. If they had Manny Machado, who's hitting over 300 and has over,
you're going to have to get Bryce Harper if you're the Red Sox.
You're going to have to.
You're going to have to,
but like he's not even hitting that well. He's hitting like 220 right now.
I consider down year. I don't think he wants to be in Washington. The team sucks. Like and put him in a smaller ballpark. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, dude.
His numbers can only go up.
When he hits a bomb, though, he hits a bomb.
This is true. It goes out of most ballparks when Bryce Harper makes solid contact. Look, I would love for the Red Sox to be in on Manny Machado, have him for half a year, and maybe, hopefully, convince him in that time. No, you're not going to convince him. He's going to the Yankees. He wants to go to the Yankees. And this isn't like a Kawhi Leonard situation where you have time to turn it around.
You have a few months.
You have a few months, and that's it. And when you're playing against the team in the Yankees, even if you win the division and you have Machado, what if you lose in the playoffs again and because your pitching can't handle the spotlight and the Yankees go on and do something again like they did last year? Of course he's going to want to go there. He wants to go there. He wants to play with Judge. He wants to play with Stanton. He wants to play in the big city. That's what he's wanted the whole time.
He's been rumored to go there for like years now.
As soon as the Orioles became trash again, that's where he was eyeing.
Yeah, and he's been wanting this for years now. I mean, this has been the rumor. But like, what are the Red Sox? If the Red Sox were to be in on him, like, what are they going to have to give up?
It's like Jackie Bradley. It's Leihart. It's maybe Bogarts.
But so far, I don't know if they wouldn't. I don't think they would give up somebody like Bogarts.
No,
because Bogarts. I don't even think the Orioles would want him because Bogarts is also going to be up for a deal in a few years. So it's not like that's going to be a long-term thing for them. But here's another thing, though. Like, where the fuck are you going to play Machado if you were to trade for him? You would have to put him at third base. You can't. He's been playing shortstop all year. You'd have to put him at third base, which he's played, obviously, most of his career, except for this year.
But he also said he wants to play shortstop. And if you don't have a space for him to do that, you're even more likely to lose him.
I mean, the Yankees have Didi. Machado.
I think you could easily move Didi to second and let Machado play short. Or I personally think Machado probably gives his whole fit up about playing shortstop if it's for the Yankees. He'll probably just go play third for the Yankees.
He's going to be a New York Yankee, and it's going to be fucking disgusting.
And he'll be a third base. Yeah.
They're going to win 150 games.
They might this year because the league's so bad.
Yeah, no, legit. But the Red Sox, like, they just don't have the capital that's trading for him, that you can trade for him that would really be worth it. Like, if this is a few years ago, and I don't mind, like, I love these moves. Like, people like to shit on Dave Dombrowski sometimes for trading away the farm system. Listen, you clowns. You have Chris Sale on your team because of that move. Like, he traded away Machado. You have Craig Kimbrell because he traded these people away. And you have Drew Pomeranz because he traded away these people. You know Drew Pomeranz? Did you see this? Did you see the starts that he had last year? He was unbelievable.
Also, people are also idiots, and this is the nicest way possible to say it. You are all idiots, most of you, because people are like, oh, well, you know what? You gave up Moncada or you traded for Chris Sale. A lot of people thought Benintendi was the one that was going to get traded. A lot of people wanted Moncada here and not Benintendi. Look how well that worked out, people. Moncada's playing like crap and can't stay on the field in Chicago, and you have a guy who should be in the All-Star game already and a guy in Benintendi who's going to be here for a long time.
Dude, I remember that because I was one of those people who was like, get rid of Andrew Benintendi. Who is this guy? He's playing in Double-A. He's playing in Double-A ball. Who gives a shit about this center fielder in Double-A ball? Trade him off. You know, Yohan Moncada, this guy's coming up, and he's going to be a stud. Hell, we have Rusney Castillo. This guy, he's gonna pan out one day. Don't you worry about him. He's gonna pan out one day. And look what happened. Now we've got Benintendi in left. We got JBJ in center, which I would love if they gave Castillo another shot in center field. Conversation for a different day.
At this point, what else would you do?
But anyway, there's really nothing that you could trade for Machado that would be worthwhile. I would love if they got him. I don't know if I would love what they gave up for him, because it'd probably have to be a guy in a starting role, because Blake Swihart's really, he's hitting below 200. Like, you're not going to get a guy like Machado for that.
The problem is now, too, you can't deal Swihart because Vasquez is out 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Unless you're getting a catcher back. Unless you're getting someone who can catch back, you can't do it now because...
Yeah, but Sandy's a workhorse. Sandy will catch for 8 straight weeks. Have you seen those thick thighs?
Yeah.
You ever see those thick with 2C thighs? 3Cs? Sandy Leon.
Not as thick as Yaboselli's back end, man.
Yabo's got a peach.
Dancing Baron knows what he's doing.
Yabo has some buns, baby. But Sandy Leon, hey, thickest player in the MLB. Sup, Sandy, baby. But, yeah, there's just like, you can't do it. You can't make any trades for Machado. There's just nothing that you would do. It would have to be, this isn't worth anything in baseball, but it would have to be draft pick heavy too. Like, it's just, it would be Michael Chavis, and it would be, because he just came back from suspension. And then
I think Sam Travis might be involved in a deal like that.
Sam Travis, but again, I just don't think that does it. Like, you're going to have to get top-end prospects for this guy. This is the kind of guy that you would trade Yohan Moncada for, because he would be an infielder. Yep. Yohan Moncada would be coming up ready to play third base.
But now you're trusting, but now that you're trusting Devers, it's not worth it. Because you were clearly all in on Devers. You want him to be here and your third baseman long term. You guys clearly want Bogarts as your shortstop. As much as I would love Moncada, it really just doesn't make sense. This team needs
Machado, bitch.
Bullpen.
It does need bullpen, dude. Sick transition.
Needs bullpen.
Nice little transition. What does it need?
Bullpen.
One more time.
It needs Zach Britton.
Wait, say it again.
Bullpen.
So I'm having a tough time. What'd you say?
Bullpen.
As in relief pitchers?
Relief pitching.
Yes.
You know, Nick, those guys that actually help the starters when they suck.
Yes, because they do not
good. Yeah, those guys.
They do not have anybody ahead of Craig Kimbrell that I 100% trust. They just don't.
I don't trust anyone but Craig Kimbrell.
I trust Craig Kimbrell, and even he blows it sometimes. I trust Craig Kimbrell.
I trust Craig Kimbrell.
I mean, Joe Kelly.
Oh, also the guy named Craig Kimbrell. I trust him.
Craig Kimbrell.
Is it Kimbrell Craig or Craig Kimbrell? That guy too. I trust him.
Yeah, they have a guy with the last name Kimbrell in the bullpen.
Kimbrell. I trust him.
Kimbrell. First name's Craig.
I trust him.
I trust that guy. Also, though, Craig Kimbrell.
I trust that guy. Yeah, I agree with you there. Craig Kimbrell.
Okay. I trust him.
Forgot about Craig Kimbrell. If you didn't, don't forget about Craig Kimbrell.
Dude, it's crazy. It's Craig Kimbrell, and that's it. Although 2013's Colin, Ring, ring, ring. Sup 2013. Brandon Workman's back in business. Brandon Workman, man, that guy pitched his balls off in 2013. He was one of the reasons they won the World Series in 2013. People forget that. And then he disappeared.
That's the thing is, like, I feel like he kind of got screwed because we got hurt. That was a big part of it. And then last year he came back in the end of the year and was a workhorse at the end of the year, right? He came back, pitched end of last season and was fine. And then this year just kind of got thrown back to the Myers. And it's like, wait, you don't have relief. Why can't you let Workman pitch? He earned it last year. And then he did well in spring. And I'm like, wait, why are you putting why are you sending Workman back to Pawtucket? He's better than your entire bullpen except for that guy named Craig Kimbrell.
They just didn't want him up.
They trusted Matt Barnes more than Brandon Workman. They still do.
So, okay, so let's talk about this. So, Zach Britton, Baltimore Orioles.
All in. Give it to me.
What's tricky is the Orioles said, or there was a report out there that the Orioles might want to package Britton and Machado so they get more of a return. Nobody's going to pay that much for two rentals.
And they're both rentals. Why would they do that?
No, you're not going to.
They would be better off making two separate deals, not because I want them to, because that would benefit us. But, like, they're better off splitting them up. Two separate deals, get a top prospect from one, get a top prospect from the other team, aka the Yankees, from Machado when that happens, and you move on. Because I think the Yankees will get him after the All-Star break. It would happen sooner if the All-Star break wasn't in the middle here. But Machado's going to be a Yankee by the time the deadline comes around. And I think Zach Britton has a really good shot of being a member of the Red Sox. Because
that confidence. And that's the Red Sox are more interested in Britton, too. That's also been another report.
Yep. And I think Zach Britton is exactly what you need. I don't care if he's a rental. You want to win now. This team is built to win right now. You give up something
setup guy
to give you an eighth inning setup guy. He's someone I trust. He's someone who's done it before. He's closed games. He wins games. He was there when the Orioles were really good in winning games.
He was. You remember that? Remember 2 years ago when people were talking about him winning the Cy Young?
He's the reliever. Yeah, no, and I
was their
closer. He should have gotten it. I agreed. Like, I thought he should have won the Cy Young award.
He was unbelievable. It might have even been last year. Last year, 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago, I think. He was unbelievable 2 years ago. And he still pitches his balls off. He's still a great pitcher. I mean, you're gonna
don't need closers. They don't need them. Crappy teams do not need closers. There's no need.
No, so he's a rental. They'll deal him off somewhere. He'll end up with a different team. He's a perfect eighth inning setup guy in front of Craig Kimbrell. And if Kimbrell needs a night off, you have another closer in him. And then that leaves room for Tyler Thornburg to still work and get better, which, fuck the people who are mad at Tyler Thornburg for not being that good right now. The guy's missed over a year.
Almost 2 years now.
What did you expect? What did you expect him to do? Come back and then be one of the best pitchers in the league? No. You don't expect him to be back into the shape that he was when he was out. You expect him to come back and struggle a little bit, which he has. But fuck it. That guy's on your roster. Hopefully he'll be better. Something else that I think the Zach Britton move does, it takes Joe Kelly and puts him into more of the role that I think that he should have. Long relief pitcher.
Or even 6th or 7th inning guy. Just not
That's
high
right. Well,
pressure. I still think he's a one. See, I still think he's a 1 inning guy, but it's lower leverage, lower pressure situations. I don't trust Joe Kelly on the road in the 8th inning at all. I barely trust him at home because you just love Joe Kelly.
I love Joe Kelly.
His name's not Craig Kimbrell. I don't trust him.
Shit out of that man.
Well, you can join the Fight Club then. Look, 6th inning, 7th inning, low leverage situation. I am all in with Joe Kelly. That's fine. He can handle it. But give me Zach Britton. Give me somebody like that who can come in, who can close. I would love for them to find one of these crappy teams, even if it's not the Orioles, and just pluck their closer off of that team, right? Because then you're getting a closure for the 8th inning.
Listen, you roll through a playoff game. Just imagine the scenario. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes, Jared. Close your eyes.
I'll do it because I love you.
Close your eyes.
I'm listening. Here we go.
Red Sox, Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
Fenway Park, ALCS, Game 6.
Beautiful
Chris Sale. Pitches 6 solid innings. Strikes out 11.
Shout out.
6 full innings.
Okay.
Inning 7. Joe Kelly comes in.
I'd break. How many pitches though? Chris Sale should come back out.
No, you gotta leave him be for Game 7.
Oh, I don't trust the bullpen. This is not good. Okay.
You gotta leave him be for Game 7. Joe Kelly comes in.
Okay.
Gets through the inning. Fights through it. Gets through the inning.
Okay.
Fights Tyler Austin. They don't eject him. He still plays in the game.
Love that. What's the score? What we got?
The score is 2-1 Boston.
Love it. Close game.
8th inning.
Yep.
Zach Britton comes out.
Ooh.
Mows him down.
Chill. Hello.
9th inning. Red Sox don't do shit in the 8th inning. 9th inning comes around.
Oh, that guy named Craig.
That guy named Craig.
I trust
comes
him.
out
We're
of the
good.
bullpen.
Game's over.
Mows him down.
Game's over.
That is you get an erection. That
I got one.
is a hell of a back three in your bullpen.
See, that's where that is where I trust Joe Kelly. In that beautiful scenario. 7th inning, 6th inning if you need him. No later than that.
And we're gonna talk about this more, but it just goes back to like the Red Sox not getting the credit they deserve because this offense, I don't really think even needs that much help. But next topic, real quick.
Well, I think Scott Pierce was Scott Pierce was a good addition for the help.
We'll talk about that in a sec. Marcus Smart, talking Celtics real quick. Marcus Smart is reportedly disgusted with the Celtics with the fact that they've barely contacted him. And they've only offered him the qualifying offer of $6 million. Now, first problem with this Marcus Smart is he was clearly overvaluing himself. He wanted around $15 million. He probably got an agent who was like, Marcus, listen, I can get you $15 million. No doubt in my mind. Probably convinced Smart he can get $15 million. Smart doesn't remember that he sucks on offense, that he cannot shoot for the life of him. And here's where it's Smart. Him getting mad at the Celtics for only making the qualifying offer, I get it on his side and on his perspective because he wants to be wanted. But the Celtics aren't going to outbid themselves.
There's no market yet. If you can get away with paying Marcus Smart $6 million, you do it.
And stay under the luxury tax, too. If they only are able to pay Marcus Smart $6 million, they stay under the luxury tax, which is probably what they want. And again, you're not going to outbid yourself. There's one team in the city who loves to outbid themselves, and it's the Boston Red Sox.
Oh yeah.
Anthony Ramirez, Pablo Sandoval, Carl Crawford. I'm reading David Ortiz's book.
David Price.
I'm reading David Ortiz's book, and he said that Carl Crawford, when he got here, he told David Ortiz, Carl Crawford got about $127 million over 7 years. Huge contract. He told David Ortiz, according to David Ortiz himself, that he only expected to get about $50-something million. And then the Red Sox were like, yo, $127 million.
I'm going to triple down. $100 bazillion trillion dollars. Mm-hmm.
Carl Crawford was like, okay.
where the hell do I sign? Like,
so like only one team in the city actually outbids themselves, and that's the Boston Red Sox. But
I need to read that book. Jeez.
It's a great book, man. He goes into it. Yeah, real quick sidetrack. That David Ortiz book, he tells you so many things that you just do not know.
Who wrote it?
Michael Hawley, I believe.
Good read, and I'll definitely read it.
Dude, he wrote about John Lester leaving, and I think I talked about this last week, didn't I?
And it just, oh God.
And man, it broke my heart hearing that John Lester was crying because he didn't want to leave, but the Red Sox just were jerking him around. Like that sucks, man. But yeah, Marcus Smart, like the guy's a horse. Like I love him. I love what he's done. He's an absolute workhorse. But like, and his defense is unmatched. He's one of the best defensive players in the league. It blows my mind that he's never been on an all defensive team. But he's just not worth as much as he thinks he is. He's worth it for his defense, which is why I would give him $12 million. I wouldn't give him more than that.
I'd give him 13. And that's just me. That's the extra million for me loving him.
Yeah. Because I think he belongs on a championship team. I do.
Yeah, and that's the problem for his market. Like he's talking about what he values himself as. Small market here, guys, because Eastern Conference sucks for the most part, and the West is already good. There are only so many teams that really could use Marcus Smart.
Yeah, and it's a team who's good enough because you're not gonna pay that much money for a guy who can't shoot.
Like if you're the Timberwolves, not good enough. If you're the Clippers, you're not gonna like. If you're Doc Rivers, you're not gonna pay him. If you're the Pacers, maybe, but they're not gonna do that now. The Nets aren't going to do it. Like they're rumored that Nets talked to him at Vegas. Like, no, they're not going to.
No, did you see the picture? They were hanging out in the bleachers.
Yeah. People know people. Get over it.
Dude, this stupid ass fly.
I can see it on Skype now too. I love it.
He's fine.
Oh man, look, Marcus Smart's not going to have that big of a network in terms of where he can go. He's coming back because Danny Ainge today said that Marcus Smart's still the priority, which he should be. And Marcus Smart said over and over again, yeah, he's disgusted, but he wants to be here. So if Danny says, you know what, go, this, you know what's happening, Nick, is Danny said, go see what you can get. Go give me the best sheet you're going to get and bring it to me and we'll talk. That's got to be what's happening because Danny's going to go, Danny knows what he's going to get offered. It's going to be 12, 13, 14 million. He's going to go, fine, you can stay. I'll pay that. Fine. Let's go. Let's go to work. Why would Danny negotiate now? It's the outbidding situation. Why would he negotiate now when there's nothing else on the table?
Sorry. You want to hear some hilarious news? Sorry, real quick. Yankees make home run history, breaking via Bleacher Report. 2018 Yankees now have the most home runs ever before the All-Star break. But you're 3.5 games behind, you clowns.
Oh, man. I just love how much national media wants to pump the Yankees right now.
The national media wants the Yankees to be ahead of the Red Sox so badly. Yep. And you know what? We'll transition now into the 2018 Red Sox. Marcus Smart, we want you back. Thanks for playing, dude. Red Sox, not getting the credit they deserve anywhere on Boston Sports Radio, anywhere on a lot of people on Twitter, man, are all over these guys. And what frustrates me is like the number one argument that these people have is like, oh, but they're beating the teams they should beat. Yeah, but they're also beating the teams and winning against teams who are pretty good. They're ahead in the series against Seattle. They're tied with Houston, and they're losing the series against the Yankees, but I don't think that they're just automatic losses against the Yankees. I just don't.
No.
I just don't.
That's the thing with the Red Sox right now. It's even locally, they're not getting the attention they deserve. They are literally the best team in baseball right now by record.
64-29.
64-29.
Wednesday, July 11th.
Best team in baseball. Yeah, they're playing garbage. Don't care. They're supposed to beat the garbage.
Yeah, guess what?
The Yankees are not beating the garbage. They just lost 2 games to Baltimore.
Yeah.
Before that, they lost the game. Who did they play before that? I'm blanking.
I forget.
But they lost another garbage team before that. And I get it. They have a better record against teams in the playoffs than the Red Sox do right now. The Red Sox are sitting at like 500. Don't care because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to beat up on the bad teams and have about a 500 record against the good teams. And right now the Red Sox are putting the recipe together for what they should be doing. I think I just credit part of them not getting credit to baseball's lackluster in this town because the Celtics are still making news. Patriots are always in the news. The Bruins with Tavares have been in the news. It's just the Bruins are fourth fiddle regardless of what we talk about.
Even with that, though, it's just the Red Sox are getting higher TV ratings than the Celtics and the Bruins. They are. So it's crazy to me that people are even trying to say that baseball's dying in this town. It's not. And I'm with Lou Merloni on this. Once Tom Brady and the Patriots disappear and the Patriots become a mediocre football team, I guarantee you baseball will be king in this town again. I guarantee.
And I tell you, that's coming sooner than people want to think about.
Yeah. I was talking to people in Florida about Boston sports because they were asking about it. I was talking to them in Florida, and they said that like they know that Boston's a baseball town because we were talking about the Patriots, and then I mentioned that I was like, yeah, but Boston definitely is. It's a huge baseball town. They were like, oh, we know, because they were from New Jersey. They were like, we know. Boston is always a big Red Sox town, but the Patriots always win. I was like, yes, absolutely. They just the Red Sox the Red Sox are king of Boston. That's just a fact. Because no matter how much they suck, they've had a few last place seasons the past few years. People are still watching.
Yeah, people watch. And I think what helps them is they're the only team on there every night. So it helps. But also you have to think about is this town is at root a baseball town. We used to have 2 teams here. People forget the Braves played here for a long time.
Boston Braves, what's up?
And
bring the Braves back. Put them in the Seaport.
That would have been amazing. Oh my God. People forget tickets would be a lot cheaper than going to the Red Sox games. The Braves were the ones who were supposed to stay.
Yeah.
Like the Red Sox were really close of not being in this town. We'd all be Braves fans right now. So it's one of those things where this town at root is a baseball town. And I think they're 100% right. It's the Tom Brady factor, the Rob Gronkowski factor. It's people don't watch these games in August, September, October when they matter because all we're talking about is our fantasy football teams, Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, and who the Patriots are going to slaughter in week 2 of the NFL season.
Yeah. And like going back to the Red Sox not getting enough credit, like look through the team. It's like these trolls and these motherfuckers who just sit in the shadows and then they look at this team and they're like, oh yeah, Yeah, but they got to strengthen their bullpen. They're fourth and fifth pitchers. They're not that great. They're inconsistent, guys. Like you guys are acting like the Yankees are just because it always goes back to the Yankees. They act like the Yankees are a perfect baseball team. No, the Yankees, guys, if you pay attention at all, because I know you just like to shit on the Red Sox. If look at the Yankees rotation. They've got two guys that they rely on, maybe just one, Luis Severino, and then everybody else is, wait for it, inconsistent. You stupid little bitches. They're inconsistent. You think you like Sonny Gray? You think they like Sonny Gray out there?
Well,
No. No, Sonny Gray stinks. CC Sabathia, that bastard, that big pudgy bastard who gets mad when you bunt on him because his knees hurt and he's so fat he can't get off the mound. Yeah, guess what? He's not that great either this season. It's just they look at the Red Sox, pick out their flaws, and go, you know what? This team's not that good. This team, really, they're not that good at baseball.
And like Nick, let's be fair.
Of course, they have their flaws, but they're a good baseball team.
What's sexier? What's sexier, New York or Boston?
To me, Boston, but to the world, New York.
And that is why the national media wants the Yankees to be so far ahead of the Red Sox. It's not even funny.
And that's because Red Sox have always been throughout this whole rivalry. The Red Sox were always like the little brothers who would just get the shit kicked out of them by the Yankees.
Could never keep up.
Yeah, and over in the 21st century, the scripts flipped. The Red Sox have won 3 times. The Yankees have just won 1 time. It's just people just do not trust the Red Sox, and I get it. I don't trust them in the playoffs either because guess what? They're gonna. The past 2 years, they've blown it in the first round of the playoffs, and they've been some of the top teams in baseball.
Yep.
Until they get through the first round, I'm going to be skeptical too.
I say, but do you trust the argument? Because I listened to the Sports Hub on the way home, and this was what Arcan and Jones were talking about. I give Arcan the show. I put his name first. Look, it's one of those things where they're talking about how the Red Sox don't get enough credit, and it's simply because these ratings are up. And do you believe that people are actually watching these games, or it's the grandpas and us in the world who come home, fall asleep with the Red Sox game on because they're on every night? And the TV's left on.
Oh,
and they're not
that is such a weak argument. Because you have to put on the TV at 7:00. Nobody's going to bed at 7:00.
Yeah, but like the ratings measure how long you're watching the game, too. It's like a longevity thing. So it's also like if people fall asleep.
You don't think people fall asleep watching the Celtics and the Bruins?
Not as much.
I guarantee they do.
Not as much.
I guarantee they do. Because it's the same thing. You're sitting in the chair watching the game, you fall asleep. What's different?
Yeah, you can fall asleep a lot quicker watching a baseball game if you don't die hard watch baseball.
Yeah, but regardless, you're gonna fall asleep. I don't care if it's a third period, third inning. You're gonna fall asleep. It's just how life works when you're old.
I guess. I mean, I'm a baseball nut, and I think baseball's dying.
I think baseball's dying too. I just don't think it's dying.
And I know you're also a baseball nut yourself. I think this country is no longer a baseball country. It's a football country.
It's football.
It's a football
NFL's
country.
taking over.
Hands down. Now, is the NFL going to be around in 10 years? Probably not. But the way Roger Goodell's throwing them into the ground. But I think that if you're outside of a real baseball town, baseball's dying. And even here, baseball isn't as popular as it was 2 years ago, 10 years ago when they won. Like they're not as popular as they were before because there are now storylines year round.
I'd say more 7 to 10 years ago though, because past 2 years the ratings have been down and they've came back up this season.
They came up a little bit. Ratings aren't even close to what they were. Even in 2013, that year, ratings were great, and they weren't supposed to be good at all. And then all of a sudden, that team came out of nowhere, and then we all kind of jumped on the bandwagon real quick and got excited because Shane Victorino, the Flying Hawaiian, and Johnny Gomes figured out how to hit a baseball for like 2 months, and we all loved it. But now we have Chris Sale on the mound. You have Craig Kimbrell as their closer. You have the best motherfucking hitter in baseball. And JD
Martinez, Jumbo Dong,
and
the big Martinez.
And the ratings aren't as good as when Johnny Gomes was hitting at the plate. People were anticipating Johnny Gomes' at bats more than people are anticipating JD Martinez's at bats right now, and that's the problem.
Yeah, look, just to sum it up, because we gotta end the show here. The Red Sox aren't getting enough credit because people don't want to believe in them, and because they watch the team more frequently and they see these flaws. The team is good. Like, don't say that these games that they've just won the past 8 games in a row, don't say that they don't count because they do.
What they're supposed to do.
Because it's baseball. It's baseball. You lose to shitty teams quite often. It happens. Look at the Yankees. The Yankees just lost to the Orioles twice. It's just like these people act like the Red Sox are doing what they're supposed to be doing. You're not supposed to be 64-29. You're not. But they are. And the fact that they got there is impressive in itself. Anything else? Because we're going to end the show here. I wish we could keep going, but I'm pissed. I'm fired up now.
I'm good. Let's go. Get out of here.
All right. Couch Guys Sports Loose Change Podcast. Little shorter episode this week. We'll be back next week. And I don't want to guarantee a guest, but I'm going to guarantee a guest. And I'm going to guarantee a guest.
I mean, when was the last time I went back-to-back weeks without one? So...
Exactly. Couch Guys Sports Loose Change Podcast, episode 66 in the books. Always go to couchguysports.com. Check out our columns, all the articles. You get about 6 to 8 up a day easily.
Go buy clothes. Go buy merch.
Go to the Couch Guys Sports store. Couch Guys Sports. Go to the store tab. Click on it. Buy shit. They're great. It's great. Very comfortable. Excellent stuff. And then rate, subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher. Follow us on everything. Instagram. Instagram's fire. Twitter's fire. Loose Change Pod at Loose Change Pod on Twitter. And then go like us on Facebook. Also, we're on clnsmedia.com. Got to give them a shout out too for hosting some or all of our podcasts. All right. That's it. Loose Change Podcast, episode 66. We'll talk to you next week, guys. Thanks for listening.